Welcome to this week's broadcast, where our first feature story is the new Hy-Vee.
So Seth, how do you feel about the new Hy-Vee?
I think it's going to be a big deal in New Prague, and I think a lot of people are going to go there and not go to Shakopee Hy-Vee, and so yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
There's a new Hy-Vee? Well, yeah, I mean, once it opens, well, I'll have to see what they have. I mean, if they have good stuff, I'll go there.
Our next feature story is by Dylan, Devin, Sam, Nathan, and Daniel.
In the past year, there have been many social issues that have occurred and have had an impact in many different ways with all of us. We want to take time to talk to people around our school about how they have been impacted.
Hello, Aaron. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
So, for my first question is, are you aware of the current social issues affecting our country right now?
Yes, I am aware. I just so happen to live right next to them.
And how are these issues affecting you personally?
Personally, I have not been very much affected. I am, however, glad that people are now taking the opportunity to go out and protest and reform an obviously broken system.
And in what ways do you think these issues are affecting our society?
It is making the citizens feel unsafe. When you have police that are assigned the role of judge, jury, and executioner, it's not very conducive to a civil society, and it makes the people obviously feel oppressed, which is when you get riots like we have now.
Hey Hunter, thanks for joining us today.
How you doing, Daniel?
Great, how are you? The question is, are you aware of the current social issues in our city?
Yeah, as you stated, there's been some riots going on with the Black Lives Matter movement and down in Minneapolis, and it's even escalated to the point where we moved in the National Guard. Yes, I've seen them.
Do you think they are affecting our society, the riots?
Not so much here in New Prague. I don't think it's affecting us that much, because I think everybody's kind of aware how New Prague is. I mean, definitely in the cities and like Hennepin County, anything like in the big loop up there, yeah, everybody's being affected down there. And for the people that aren't partaking in anything, you know, it kind of sucks for them. And for people that are just going up there for work, I think it's definitely affecting them because it's causing them an issue. I mean, it's like hard to get to work, you know, people might be scared to go to work.
How you doing, Mr. Westcott?
Good to see you, Sam.
Yeah, good to see you as well. I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to do this interview with us. Do you think we should be teaching our kids, like in schools, more about some of these issues going on, just making them more aware about, you know, just our world in general?
Great question. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a balance of what happens in society and what comes into the school. We always use the example of, you know, all of our kids come in with varying backgrounds, different experiences, and all the things that are happening in society come through our front doors. I mean, they just do, which is okay. That's something that we as teachers, administrators, school officials, school people, and you as students, and I think especially at the high school, our kind of way of looking at it is, when you are having those conversations and just say social issues, whatever it is, and obviously we know within the last year especially there's been some very serious social issues to be talked about. As long as it's done in a respectful manner, in a safe manner, and people are willing to hear sides from one another, and there can be productive dialogue, that's where we feel, and just personally, I think that's where I feel people can hear each other. And I think sometimes you can agree to disagree on things, but again, just being respectful and being open to other viewpoints. Not that you have to agree with them or disagree with them, but just open to them. So that's kind of how we approach it. But yeah, I think as a school district and as an educational community, talking about things is a help.
So with that being said, do you think, looking back, your grandchildren, great-grandchildren, do you think they'll be learning about this in history books like in the future? Is it going to be like one of those things like, my great-grandpa went through that,
I think so. That's, again, another good question that your group has come up with. I do. I think you look back at history, and, I'm 52, so I'm really old, but I look back at just things that I experienced, throughout high school, college, and you look back and at times it seems like ancient history, but no, I think it's important to document and review kind of what's happened in the past. This is potentially hopefully a turning point for a positive direction in society about a lot of things.
Do you believe that this is affecting our society, and if so, do you think it's having negative biases or anything, just about purely what's happening?
Yeah, absolutely. And we can, you can probably rattle off 4 different things that are happening or have happened in the last year that have been huge.
Yeah.
Whether it's politics and an election in the country, whether it's race, whether it's name it, social media, COVID, all those things, and it's kind of all happened within. Think about it, for all of you and me included, what's happened in the last year just across the world, across the country, and then you narrow that down to locally, meaning Twin Cities metro area, whether it's a direct impact or you're thinking about it, you might see it, you might read about it. Obviously the news coverage, again, social media is instantaneous. So I think it has impacted, but personally I think it's how you look at things is how it truly impacts you as an individual. And again, having that open mind and being willing to view things from a broad kind of range of ideas, hopefully reduces the amount of stress or the negativity that can go with some of the things that we've had to face this year.
Awesome. Well, yeah, no.
Miss Olson, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
So with all these going on, as like a social studies teacher, do you think that these events will be like in future history books, as learning changes?
Yeah, well, it takes a lot to get into a history book, and history books keep getting added to every day, and I believe that the big picture of what's happening will, but some of the smaller events kind of get engulfed in the bigger topics.
But do you think that the issues that are going on are having a big impact on our society, and kind of in what ways do you may think they're doing that?
I thought about this question, and I think society is having an impact on the issues. I think you are seeing social media and the impact of that on the issues of the day. I think we are polarized. I think you can read what you want to read. You can engulf yourself in like-mindedness and never take the time to listen, to understand the other side. A lot of times we listen just to reply, and we don't listen to understand. And I think that society is having an impact on the issues. Yeah, that's kind of how I took that question.
Okay, well, that's all the questions I have for you now, so
all right.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity.
Here are the birthdays for the week.
For our next segment, we find out New Prague's favorite music and bands.
The Baby.
Luke Combs.
Mac Miller.
Morgan Wallen.
Eric Church.
J. Cole.
So my favorite artist is probably either Slipknot or Marilyn Manson, but I really like Bloodhoney from Marilyn Manson.
I'm Logan Schoenbeck, and my favorite band is Sublime, and my favorite song by them is Santa Tia.
Alright, my favorite song is Mr. Sandman by SYML.
Joyner Lucas. Def Leppard.
Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen.
Bob Dylan.
Morgan Wallen.
The Midnight.
Drake.
Frank Sinatra. Cardi B. Chief Keef.
ASAP.
Chief Keef. Love Sosa. Brass Monkey. Beastie Boys. I'm a beast, and my favorite music artist is Usher.
This is the Khalid.
Morgan Wallen. King Von.
Polo G.
I'm Colton Toopy. My favorite music artist is me.
Doug Traxler.
G-Slim.
Cardi B.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Maroon 5.
Harry Styles. Harry Styles.
I'm Plaid.
Louis Capaldi.
The Baby.
Polo G.
Polo G.
Luke Combs. No answer. AC/DC.
Polo G.
Elton John.
Louis Capaldi.
Polo G.
AJR.
The Baby.
BTS.
Tyler, the Creator.
The Baby.
Kanye West.
Frank Ocean.
Kanye West.
Luke Combs.
Polo G.
The Baby.
Kanye.
The Baby.
Kanye.
Cole Ford. Morgan Wallen. Kanye West. Kanye. Kanye West. Kate Smith.
Guns N' Roses.
I didn't know I was Garth Brooks!
Here are the activities for the week.
That's enough information for now. Let's take an ad break.
I need help moving my boxes. Sounds like you need SYB Moving Company.
Here at SYB Moving Company, you call, we haul. Here at SYB Moving Company, we take care of all your personal needs.
Here at SYB Moving Company, safety is our #1 priority.
Can you please take good care of my grandpa's ashes?
Will do. Kobe!
Bye, Grandpa. Who should I call for SYB Moving Company?
Call SYB at 952-420-6969.
Or hit us up on our website, sybmovingcompany.com. See you then.
Tuesday, May 4th. Mark your calendars for Tuesday, May 4th. Jostens will be at NPHS during all lunches, 11:20 a.m. to 12:42 p.m. for a class ring and jewelry order day. They will have samples to view and will assist with getting your ring size. You may also place an order that day and take advantage of the $40 off special.
Seniors, diploma verification. Seniors, please check the whiteboard by the office for a senior list with names for diplomas. Please verify that your name is correct and spelled correctly. If you find something that needs to be changed, please stop in the high school office.
Graduation date is Friday, May 28th, 7 p.m. at Trojan Stadium. Rain dates are Saturday at 7 and Sunday at 2 p.m.
Class recognition, class motto. Today we follow, tomorrow we lead. Class colors, cardinal red and black. Class flower, white rose.